Hi Aquarius, welcome to my channel. I'm Jenese, and if this is your first time finding me, hello. And if you guys are returning, thank you for coming back. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all. Mm. So you're definitely going through integration time at this moment. Because Aquarius, the witch wound has healed. You are free to go in any direction. Now, you've been detoxifying, okay? You've been detoxifying, and you have also been, I feel like we talked about this before, that you completed initiation through fire. And this is you learning to tap into the inner fire. You might be working with Bridget, okay, to tap into that inner strength. It's the it's the embodiment of the Ace of Wands, right? Where you become the phoenix, and the fire from within, that divine fire transmutes all that is not of divine love or divine peace, all that is not in alignment with your pure frequency. Okay, and so also Amazonite, okay, has been really showing up. Sardix Onyx has really been showing up. Tiger's iron has really been showing up. Also, petrified wood has really been showing up. These are crystals, guys. And aragonite has been really showing up. So has Super 7. Okay. Irosamata, Irakiata, and clear quartz, because there is this time of surrendering to trusting the future, and just surrendering to thinking the past. Okay, so seeing the past through the eyes of gratitude. And also, what has been coming up is the work of Michael Faraday, and the energy of when you're feeling tumultuous times. And so this is really emotional um, instability that stems from limiting beliefs that are coming to the forefront for you to clear, cancel, delete, reverse, right? So it's like this limiting belief now reverses into its limitless version. And so, Aquarius, that is what you are aligning to. You're aligning to your limitless version, the version where money chooses you, abundance chooses you, you choose you, right? This is the super rich highway is what Christ just said. And so there's this energy of Yeshua, Jesus wanting you to understand what it means to hide in the wounds of Christ. Okay, so this is kind of like the concept of the gift is in the womb. Okay, the gift is in the womb. And so in order for you to gain access to the gift, to unwrap it, you must go into the womb. Okay, so a lot of you guys, if you have not already activated your shamanism um, abilities, okay, and really shamanism abilities of working with your psychic eye and working with the elementals. So working with the trees and working with the dirt, the plants, the roots, working with animals, animal medicine, right? So this is also getting into energy of Mohegan, Navajo, strong Mohegan, strong Navajo. Okay, very, very strong. I'm seeing my ancestors come in, Cherokee come in, and Black Bear. Okay, so a lot of indigenous tribes coming up, because ancestors are helping you to reclaim your power, and also to gain the knowledge that you are worthy of receiving the gift that is in the womb, right? And so this is you healing the wound, like generations. Okay, you going to the root of the wound, and you healing that, and you like almost grabbing that healing, grabbing that, and you dispersing that through everything that that wound has created. And so you're transversing um the universal highway, the cosmic universe. You're transversing it, and you are allowing yourself. to see yourself through the eyes of non-judgment, which means that you have to accept your wacky, crazy self and crazy ways. You have to, things that other people might feel are like weird or alien or not societal, just being Aquarius, or right, these kinds of things. Like, you are really being asked to be you authentically and uniquely, and so you are becoming the phoenix in these moments when you're getting outside of yourself, and you would have retreated into the depths of sadness and despair, right? Betrayal and distrust, and going into that deep depression. You are allowing yourself to go through it, but to actually pull back your power and to say that this is not love, and I choose love. I choose to be love. I choose to feel love. I choose to see myself through the eyes of love, and I choose to live my life and my actions through love, right? Not through fear, not through sadness, not through depression, not through yeah, judgment, negating the obvious also too. So this is if you've been doing the healings with the throat chakra, then you definitely know that you have been stepping more and more into a place of balance with the throat and speaking your truth and facing the fear of abandonment and rejection, because you are speaking your truth. There's also been um, revelations that have just been smack in your face, and it's like, this is the truth. It's the truth. So you have to come to a place of um, coming from non-acceptance into a place of acceptance. So this is where you become the living prayer, when you become the serenity prayer, right? You accept the things that you cannot change, right? That kind of thing. And you also, in that energy, you break through the fear of change, right? What happens if all of a sudden my life starts going well? How do you respond to that? What if you get the job of your dreams? What if you get the house of your dreams? What if you get the income of your dreams? What if you get the healing, the physical healing? How will you step into that if you are no longer chronically ill? What will you do with your time if you are the miracle, right? And so it's getting a little bit into um what's the name of the movie? Encanto? Yes, where you are the miracle, and you're also in this energy of, I think, is her name Isa? I can't remember if it is or not, but she was the one who, she only created beautiful flowers for what everyone else thought was beautiful. And she was like in a mold of that. And that's all she did. She did everything that was expected of her. And she fulfilled that role. She wore that mask and she fulfilled that role very good, to where she would be like Academy Award winner. Here you are. But this is also you. You're not willing to only be what people want you to be or perceive you to be, or to fulfill the projection of who they think you are. You are now gaining the courage, the bravery to be just you, uniquely you. And if that doesn't necessarily appease someone else, or what you have to say doesn't appease someone else, or doesn't keep the peace, or you don't avoid confrontation, you're stepping into it anyway, because you're saying, you know what, I'm going to express my truth. I'm going to be the model of my truth. And that means that you won't be accepted by everybody. That means that relationships will fall away, right? That means that by you communicating your truth, it's going to force others to communicate their truth, right? And so there's this energy of you also releasing any kind of like taking things personal. This is you strengthening your aura, strengthening your solar plexus, because 9 times out of 10, it's going to work out for you. And you understanding that communicating your truth. So this is you healing a part of your inner child, right? If you were really you were forced to not speak. You're beaten, and you couldn't speak your truth. So this is the energy of saying, I'm going to face the limiting belief because I'm going to speak my truth, even if I perceive that there may be a threat of me doing so. So this is also Joan of Arc energy coming in very strongly, all right, to help you get over the fear of speaking up for yourself. Or there's this energy of you teach people how to treat you, right? So if people are disrespecting you, not valuing you, not seeing your worth, it's not a them problem, okay? And I say this with as much compassion and love as as humanly possible. It's a you problem, okay? And the reason is that they are your mirror. So you get the journal out, you get the pen out, and you start journaling with yourself, and you say, okay, if this is a pattern in my life, how am I not respecting myself? How am I not valuing my own self? How am I not listening to my own self? How am I not listening to my guides? You know, it's that kind of energy. And so, because this witch wound has been healed and you have the power to go in any direction, what has to be cleared is any dishonesty with the self, because this new direction is not going to show itself based on false premises, based on fear. It will only show itself if you are in your truth. You are being honest with yourself. So that also means maybe your entire life will just change, right? And so this is also bringing us back to Michael Faraday and his concept of, he was a scientist and he was very spiritual. He was Christianity was his chosen religion, and but he chose to see how nature could teach us the principles of Christianity, the principles of Christ. And this is where kind of this hiding in the wound of Christ kind of comes into play. You going and you taking the time out, hermit, okay, 99999, to go inside of your wounds, inside of the places where you feel personally hurt by something, and write about it, video and watch it, talk to yourself on video, or actually, set up that appointment with the therapist or your therapist to talk about some of these things, the patterns that you're seeing, and how are those patterns being reflected in your own actions towards yourself? Okay. I just heard self-preservation over everything. And so this is you really healing the survivor mentality. So healing, getting deep into the root. And that's also why the shaman energy and ancestral energy is coming up. Okay. I also heard freedom ring, liberty. There's something about pale blue, green, and eyes that are a golden brown. Also, uh, it's a golden brown light. So it had me feeling like the energy of Ishtar actually and Shiva. And so they're definitely here helping you to heal wounds and to end karmic cycles. Um, and to help you 1212 and to help you to stop recreating karmic cycles, right, through really going a little bit more heavier on the self-care and just talking to yourself about things that are bothering you. It's the energy of, if you can't keep your mind calm and still, what's in there? What is it attached to? What fear is it attached to for why you can't let something go and let go and let God energy, right? Or let go and let your guides, let go and let the universe, however you want to phrase that. And then go down into the root of that, into that emotion that is holding that limiting belief there. And in that energy, you're allowed to bring an ending to that limiting belief by honoring the emotion, allowing yourself to feel it deep within the nervous system as well. And this is also why Christ is saying that which one's been healed, because the Magdalenes, Mary Magdalene, and her initiates and devotees, right? So it's this energy that the reason why this has been healed is that you are not afraid to face the emotion that would make you hide, right? And you were not afraid to go into the wound and to bring healing to it, to bring love to it, to bring compassion, to bring understanding to it. So this is you bringing compassion and understanding to past versions of yourself. You know, has past versions of yourself been coming into your aura? Have you been remembering past versions of you? It's because that past version is saying, you see it. You see it now, and you're ready to call this particular part of you back to you, all of its power, because you're ready to heal that, right? So we like found it's upstairs. Is it upstairs? I don't know. We were going to our storage unit and we were going to get my daughter's Christmas tree. And we had to move some stuff around. And okay, I just wanted to make sure I could move forward with the story. And we had, so we abruptly had to move out of our apartment complex. Code enforcement one day just shut down our entire complex. And um, it was crazy. We had 24 hours to get out, and um, uh, story short, almost a full like 2 years, going on 3 years later, we ended up moving in with her grandparents. Her grandparents. My mother has passed away. It's been 15 years, and my father is incarcerated. So, and my biological father passed away years ago as well. So yes. And so we're with her grandparents, and we've been here healing our inner child, healing uh, all the places in which we hid our true self, like put a mask on, right? Or also places where we didn't allow ourselves to feel abundant. You know, like is there going to be food in the refrigerator when I wake up? You know, these things that I never even realize I was still living in until I got to a place where everything was abundant. They didn't ask us for anything. Like I didn't even have to buy food if I didn't want to, like it was so different. It was ridiculously different, and I was able to and still am healing my inner child, right? And so there's this energy of you allowing yourself to receive. There is this energy of you getting out of the Four of Cups. Okay, when you go to the Four of Cups, you get to the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups, you're looking back at everything, but you are Aquarius coming into the energy where you're no longer looking back at the past, in that way and allowing it to hold you back. You're like, you know what? There's a gift here for me. I'm going to grab the gift. I'm going to heal it. And then I'm going to come back to this present moment. You're no longer going to allow yourself to linger in pain, right? And so that's where your entire faith of like whatever that is for you, but that's when that gift in the wound really shines for you. And you're like, you know what? I don't have to stay in a state of depression or a state of sadness, for even longer than like 10 minutes. Like you don't have to do that. It's you mastering your emotions and mastering emotional stability and balance. And that's also you mastering the ability to stay in an abundant frequency where everything chooses you, because you are mastering those limiting beliefs like clockwork, right? It's like I want it, I got it. Okay, and I'm also hearing dripping like water. Yes, because it's like you feel yourself freeze and you're like, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to freeze. We're going to go into where that is frozen, let it go. That's been coming up a lot. We're going to go in, we're going to bring our love, our compassion to it. We're going to melt. We're going to hear what we need to hear, listening to your body, listening to yourself, listening to the wound, right? And this is why journaling is just so powerful and so important. When you're really getting into healing that root chakra, right? through the light of Christ. So this is high vibrational energy coming in, whoop, swooping down to help heal you. Okay, so other things that have been coming in is 222, triumphantly yours. Something about like triumphantly, and like the leaves have been coming in. And so you might have a husband that has passed away that's been reaching out to you from the other side. Ring of fire, ring of glory, blessed be. All right, so crystals, I heard Adam Levine, love is yours to keep, love is yours to keep, right? Heartfelt and round robin, shaman, fired up, and then the pistol goes off. So the pistol goes off and the race starts. The horses shoot out the gate. You see the jockeys, and then you look over, and there's this quiet soul over here with their horse, very content with just looking at their horse, hugging their horse, brushing their horse, talking to the horse, and that is you. That is you. You are doing this, and you are allowing yourself to get to know spirit, the spirit within, and the spirit that is coming into you, right? And so this is this really powerful energy of coming into completion and seeing where you could loop, but choosing not to. Seeing where you could kind of get pulled back into the reality that you just leaped from, and choosing not to, right? This is you taking this time. This is you saying, this is you flipping that Four of Cups, flipping that Five of Cups, and saying, you know what? I'm being given the time to really honor my emotions, really get to know myself, and I'm going to take that time to really get to know me, and also to get to know the pieces and parts of me that I haven't explored. And so the hiding in the wounds of Christ, some people say that that means exploring the cross within. And if you notice the human body, I just love that because we just got 4 twos. The human body is the shape of the cross. Okay, the top of the cross, the cross, the cross. And so you going into your wounds because the Christ in you, okay, going into your wounds and exploring that. But it's more than just the wounds, because you are healing so much at an accelerated rate that there are worlds within you. If you thought about each cell in your body, or each body part within you, or each part of you, like respiratory, nervous system, your muscular system, that is a whole universe within itself. And you going in and exploring that universe, Christ says, explore your nervous system with me. Okay. He says, explore your nervous system with me. I invite you to tune into thy breath and set the intention to tap into the consciousness of your nervous system. You can even, if you know that you're still holding PTSD from something, you can even tap into the consciousness of that PTSD, of that stress. And you can just say one by one what we're ready for and go into it. I always light a candle. We also have white vinegar here. We also have sea salt here. All right. And I have my candle going. All right. And he says your body at this time is being represented by the element of water, right? And so, ooh, that is so beautiful. I hope you guys are hearing me. That's so powerful and so beautiful. All right, so tap into that. If you saw your nervous system, tap into the consciousness of the nervous system and see it as a water, like a stream of water. And instead of you like you open the doorway, it's like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and your nervous system is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Okay, like that movie. If you haven't seen it, you probably need to watch it to understand this. So you have the golden ticket. You have, because your intention is the key. Your intention is the ticket. You set the intention to go into your nervous system, into the consciousness of your nervous system. So you've won the golden ticket, you give them the ticket, and now you go into the nervous system, which is the chocolate factory. Now, your ego, your fear is going to want to guide you through that. But instead of being guided by fear, you are going to be guided by Christ at light, which is the what's his name? He's the inventor of the chocolate factory, Willy Wonka. Yay! I love it. So Willy Wonka, which represents Christ, represents also Saint Germain, represents the violet flame. We love it. So you're going to be transmuting as you explore your nervous system, your chocolate factory, and you're going to allow Willy Wonka to explore. Now, if you're looking at the Johnny Depp version, okay, of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, be prepared, okay? You're going to go on a trip. You're going to go on a trip. If you're looking at, your nervous system through that lens of the first version of Charlie and Chocolate Factory, it's going to be a little bit softer, but you're still going to learn those lessons. You're still going to be able to go into those spaces where you're holding it. You tend to hold a lot in the nerves in the arms, a lot of emotional pain, right? And you can, yeah, a lot of emotional heartbreak, like in the arms, it gets stuck in there. So your nervous system might take you there, but you just allow yourself to be led, and you can just see yourself being led. And this isn't something that you do in one sitting. This is like, one by one, step by step. And this is why they call it a healing journey, he says. Yeah. But you're willing to do that. So this is you tapping into the consciousness of the nervous system, is you brushing the horse. So you're going to go into those parts where there's that PTSD. You're going to brush the horse. You're going to brush the horse. You're going to calm it. Just by your attention to it, you're healing it. Okay, by you becoming aware that it's being held in the arm or wherever you're being guided to, you're becoming aware of it. When you had that knee injury or that thing in high school, so you might go, it might take you down into the hips, it might take you into the knee, it might take you, um, to that car accident, it might take you there. But know that you are being guided by the highest light, you're being guided by love, so that you can brush that energy, so that you can calm that energy, you can calm out what you no longer need and release it, right? That's so beautiful. And so there's also something about transgender coming in, and you are beautiful inside and out. Okay, so know that. And there is no mold, and it's energy of they broke the mold when they made me. They broke the mold when they made you. Okay, and so I feel like that's again the mirror work coming in, guys. That say that. Look at yourself in those eyes, those beautiful eyes, and say that. So maybe some of you guys have like a light blue or green or dark brown or golden brown eyes. All right. If you do, then I'm speaking particularly to you. And you tell yourself, look at yourself, connect in. Yes. And smile. They broke the mold when they made me. They broke the mold when they made me. Can't be duplicated, replicated. They broke the mold when they made me, right? And so this is almost giving you permission, right? This is giving you permission to live your life uniquely, right? So this is like no other. You living your life like no other, as no other, as you are. You are the one. You are the trendsetter, right? Hey, right? Trendsetter, curse breaker. Yeah. And we decided, it was like, we're not gonna say curse anymore. We're gonna say the word like vow or agreement, um, contract, and because there's a choice in that. We choose to no longer it's not even honor that. We fulfilled it. We choose to no longer bring that into this story. It's the way Spirit is showing me is that you're writing you have a new script, and you're getting all the actors ready. that are going to be in the new script, and you're looking at everyone's contract and you're saying, okay, we're no longer going to have that in this new movie, in this new script, or this new play, this new story that I am writing for my life. I'm no longer going to allow that into the contract for any of the characters in my life. So this is also you attracting high vibrational relationships, right? I declare that I am blessed with good family, good friendships, and so this is also Joel Olstein, if you guys are into him. Um, okay, now we go back to the Secret Garden. So we actually were reading, we're 46, we were 13. I think we were 13. We were 13 or 15. I can't remember. And we were reading our Secret Garden journal from 1994. And we were reading some things in there, and we were reading how we thought we would always be sad, and like that was just what we'd be. This is before we realized that we were taking on other people's energy, right? Um, we also, there were some things that our mother said to us, like that really understood, like this deep depression, suicide has been one of those things that has plagued my family. And so it really helped me to understand um, what it means to go back and to heal that for everyone. You know what I mean? Like to take that away and to say that I choose my life, that energy. So that also might be why somebody might be going through some hardships, or with people with acceptance, right? And so I always tell my clients that you have to accept yourself first. And if you are noticing you be in a pattern where you're trying to fit the mold of someone else, then you're not accepting who you are, and you're more than likely subconsciously shaming yourself, right? And then you're feeling guilty also for not allowing yourself to be you. And that usually is that childlike version of you. Yeah. With unicorn horns, right? And it's like, well, I have a unicorn horn, but it's actually like not in the middle of my head. I have two unicorn horns, and they're on the sides of me. Those are where my horns are. And sometimes I even get a third horn and it comes out right here. It's that energy, and it's okay for you to see yourself in that light. It's completely okay for you to accept yourself in that light, to embrace that energy that you are. Okay, shine, baby, shine. I just heard that. Also, there's a lot of rainbows being mentioned here with Four of Cups. There's a rainbow. The unicorn horns, I see my unicorn horns as rainbow horns. So, and that's just three. All right. So, there's like four gifts that are definitely about to come in for you, too, Aquarius. Um, love loves you and very well. And there's something, the how and fortified strength. How and fortified strength. So we've been doing a lot of consciously seeing our affirmations and declarations, our affirmations, these things are prayers in our throat chakra. Okay, like literally in our throat chakra, to clear it, but also to bring forth that which has been um, wanting to be heard. It's this energy. Have you, what's that movie? Tits and ass. I hope I can say that on here. I don't know. Um, it's a chorus line. It's a chorus line. Okay. And oh my God, I love that. I love the movie. We need to watch it again. So a chorus line is like, they're trying out for the chorus line. Okay. And the movie kind of takes us through their tryouts, but there's times in the movie where each like individual person has like a spotlight onto like what is their personality, or what is their emotion, what is their thing. And so we get to know the characters that are trying out for this chorus line through these, like, it's kind of like a Chicago moment, like when they're in the jail cells, and each person has like a sound, and then they say their part of how they like killed their partner, their husband or whatever. Spread eagle, right? That's so funny. So anyway, so it's kind of like that. So what spirit is suggesting, which is like so fun and so really cool, is see your emotions as a stage. Okay. Yeah. And then we're gonna end. See your emotions as a stage. And again, you're writing your script. And it's almost like you're giving your emotions a character. And you're sitting back and you're allowing your emotion to perform for you, to show you who they are. Because there's something about knowing who the dancer is. All right. So your emotion is a part in this symphony, right, that you're creating. I see dances, choreography as orchestras, as symphonies. Okay. And so this, it's just a note. Your emotion is a note in this new thing that you're doing, or it's a part. You're going to give it a character. You're going to give it in this new script you're writing. And so journaling, okay, helps you to write out what that emotion, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm seeing on on the paper, so that you can understand more of what that emotion wants to say to you, wants to express to you, what is it that they're carrying. And in that energy, you being a witness to your own emotion in that way, right, in that way, allows you to be the witness and allows you to honor it, and also allows you to have compassion for your own self, right, because it's your emotion. But it also is the energy of looking at it through non-judgment. Um, yeah. So that'd be really fun if that's something that is calling to you, for some of you guys that um, may be having trouble understanding what a tension or tightness or pain in your body is trying to tell you. Okay. You can kind of do that little journal exercise as seeing it as, okay, if this pain was to perform for me and I was to write down what I'm seeing, what I'm witnessing, write it, write it, write it. Oh my God, there's going to be some beautiful stuff that comes out of that. Some of you guys are like poets, rappers, lyricists, these things. And some of you guys aren't, but whatever it is that you write down, it's still going to be, you are blooming a beautiful garden, because not only are you looking at the weed that was in there, but you're also saying, you know what? I don't even see you as a weed, but I don't feel that we're going to bring you into this new movie, into this new script. Like, we want you to transform into something else. Okay? Transmute that energy. What do you want that weed to transform into? Right? So there's no energy lost. There's just lessons learned turned into wisdom. Earthwise, that was the last thing. I love that. That's so beautiful. So I really hope that this wasn't too long. We had to unpack a lot. So I I just saw 38:11. So I hope that this is okay with you guys. I say okay with you guys, and that's like this energy of, because like before we were going to do it, we're like, is this the right time? Like, there's so much to unpack, like, and it was like, yes, because what's happening is we're receiving more downloads for you guys. And so the longer we wait to like do a reading, the more that comes. And then the longer the reading is going to be, because there's so much that you are unpacking within you, and that spirit is coming into me to help you guys have that mirror, have that lens. And it's a lens where that anxiety and that overthinking, that overanalyzing, it turns into like binoculars, and you're actually like watching, instead of like and it frees your energy up, because you are watching your own behavior, you're watching your own emotions, you are seeing the trauma triggers, you are seeing the possibilities for karmic loops, because the ultimate the ultimate reason why we're being asked to share all of this, and why this stuff is channeling through me at this time, is to help you understand that holding your frequency, Okay, when you're doing this integration work, holding your frequency to this new timeline means that you have to empty it. You got to transmute the weeds, right? You have to write the new story, and you have to know what the new story is. All right, it's an honoring. Ooh, Ace of Coins. Okay, you got to know what the new story is. That's beautiful. So an opportunity is going to be coming in. High tide. Yeah, so you're going to have the chance, strength, and this is giving you the strength that you need so you can be super confident, but also like uh humble. Be humble, right? Also humble. So Kendrick Lamar. That song Luther, we love it. Yeah, 7 of Cups. So whatever this opportunity is, it's again, you have the opportunity to go in multiple ways, multiple directions. And whatever you choose is the right one. Okay, whatever you choose is the right one. Yeah. And I had a client yesterday. I love you. And we shared that our new way of like figuring out if something is a yes or no is, does it actually like make us smile? Like, do we get a genuine smile? Like where we think about it and we're like, oh, or we see it and we're like, oh, I did that with the hat that I was going to wear today, right? I love it. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna wear the yellow one today. That's is make me smile. So there's that energy too. So just do that. If it really makes your heart light go on, it makes you smile, then you know that you're stepping in the direction of your heart. And also, you guys are aligned. I love that 411 that we just saw. Yeah, this is 3 celebration. It's gonna be time to celebrate. Yes. So just to rest. You can even, some of you guys, you can take the stuff that we are suggesting for journaling. You can take it as a meditation, as I guess it's like a shamanic journey, but a little bit different, right? But it's a journey, and allow your energy to take you on a journey. Like also tapping into your consciousness, that is like a shamanic journey as well, because it's like you just taking, Willy Wonka is definitely Saint Germain, and yeah, I'm seeing him in this particular instance when you go on that journey, but it's a journey of the self. Oh, last thing, we got to close it up. So the cross and exploring the wounds of Christ, exploring what's inside of you, right? And so when you go and you take on it's a collaboration, right? It's the Christ consciousness wants to fill you with golden energy, wants to just embrace you, but embody you. So this is the divine masculine coming in to say, I want to embody your energy. I want to experience and breathe through you. I want to act through you. So this is a very high vibrational, whatever opportunity this is, it's very high vibrational. All right, because it's golden. It's a golden opportunity, right? I love that. And so at this time, more meditating rather than less. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, look at that. 6 of Cups. You returning to yourself. I feel that very strongly. And your ability to focus on your inner light and glow that is going to grow. Yeah, High Priestess, baby. Yep, and that's at the 7-7. So we're going to end right there. 43, 43. I love you guys so very much. I know this was longer, and yeah, but we just intend that it reaches whoever it's meant for, and we love you so much. Namaste.